So many of you ask me what my custom tactics are and my formation and how I use it. So today I'm going to provide that to you. I use 3 formations exclusively, and the first one we're going to be talking about in today's video is the 4-2-1-3. It's not the same as what you're probably expecting it to be from all of the pros and everybody else, so stay tuned and let's get into it. Do you want to complete the best evolutions on FC25, open all of the best packs and have the best team possible? Well, today I might be able to help you with the best coin service, lootbar.gg. Not only are Lootbar cheap, safe and reliable, they offer 24/7 customer support, have a 4.9 rating out of 5 on Trustpilot, guaranteed to get your coins within 30 minutes of purchase, and also offers the ability to buy packs directly from Lootbar, which are cheaper than on the game. And you don't just have to take my word for it, plenty of other content creators are using Lootbar. So instead of wasting your money on terrible FC points, go to Lootbar and use code VIPER at checkout to get 10% off all orders. So first of all, guys, before we do get into the video, thank you very much for being here. If you are enjoying the content, please let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. This formation got me back-to-back rank 1s, and rank 1s are quite hard to get this year, so I'm really impressed with that. This formation is the best on the game if you like counter-attacking, and that's exactly what I like doing on this game, and kind of the way it goes when it gets very sweaty in foot champs. You need to be very killer on the counter-attack, and this formation is amazing for that. So this stuff is pretty standard, guys. We're going to go through the actual tactic first. Of course, it's the 4-2-1-3, and it's going to be balanced build-up style. You can use counter, but if you play into this too much, you are just a sitting duck, you're a deer in the headlights, and you're just getting dominated all the time. And I don't like that. Whilst this is a counter-attacking formation, playing this is going to leave you so deep, no matter what defensive approach you go on. Short passing just isn't very good on this game. What you need to use this is every player in your team to have tiki-taka plus. I don't recommend that. I recommend balance, so you can build up the play as you kind of want to. You've still got the ability to counter-attack, and you've still got the ability to kind of hold on to the ball best you can. So balanced is the build-up style for me personally. And then I actually still play 95 depth. Yeah, it's super aggressive, I understand that, but I want to get the ball back quickly as possible so I can start counter-attacks for myself. And that is what the 95 depth allows me to do, is get the ball back super quickly. A lot of D-pad team pressing is what I use personally, and it allows me to get the ball back extremely quickly and start extremely quick counter-attacks. So that is why I like to use this. And yeah, it might not be for everyone, so if you don't like it, going to high works well as well. But for me personally, I really like using aggressive because of how quickly it allows me to get the ball back. As we move on to the player roles, this is where things get a little bit different to the ordinary, because, you know, a lot of people like to play very defensive in this formation and set up the roles as such as well. Goalkeeper is absolutely up to you. If you want goalkeeper plus or sweeper keeper plus, it is genuinely entirely up to you and what you think serves best for you. The centre backs, really simple. They're both going to be on defender plus. There's no point trying anything else. This gives you the best defensive AI from your centre backs. I do want to talk about the centre back position a little bit though, and it's so important on this game that you have got big centre backs. Big centre backs that are super strong, very hard to get off the ball. Jonathan Tah is arguably the strongest centre back on the game with Virgil van Dijk, and Marmash is probably my favourite centre back on the game. Great playstyle pluses, really strong, really physical, really tall, very hard to get off the ball. So what I would say, make sure they're physical and make sure they're good on the ball and can pass the ball out really nicely. Jonathan Tah's brilliant at that, and Marmash is actually pretty damn decent at it as well. For our fullbacks, I play very different with my fullbacks to what the normal is. And what you'll usually see people tell you to do is go on fullback and also defend. In my experience and the way I like to play the game, I like to have both of my fullbacks on fullback plus and balance. What I will say is, if you think that's too aggressive, find the side where you want to be a bit more defensive and just put them on defend. What I like to do is have them both on balance so they can kind of come forward a little bit and support the attackers where it is kind of needed, and they can come forward and score goals as well. You know, Davies has got an insane Trivela on him. and Spence is very good at building up the play because he's got tiki-taka plus. I like my fullbacks on balance just to give them a bit more freedom coming forward. They're still usually there defensively, almost always, but having them on balance allows them to be a bit more of a threat going forward, which I think is relatively valuable. So this is up to you if you want to put them on defend and kind of lose the fullbacks attacking quality. That's up to you, but for me personally, I like to have them on balanced. For our CDMs, now you're probably both expecting here these to go on deep line playmaker plus and build up. My left CDM, who is Romelu Lukaku, who is my physical CDM, is going to be on holding plus and defend. He is there to defend almost exclusively. He is a truck, he's a big body, and he is meant to kind of mop up. But not only that, he's there to be physical and body the Hullets, the big physical midfielders, and he's brilliant at doing that. For my right CDM, in this case, is going to be Jude Bellingham's team of the season. He is going to go on DLP++ and build up. I think it's important to have at least one of your two CDMs on this, as they kind of act more as a centre mid. And Jude is so good coming forward and also defending that I think he's wasted on like a hold-in or like a wide half, all of that kind of stuff. I think it's a big waste. So DLP++, definitely on one of your CDMs. And if you've got someone that's really good defensively, like Lukaku, having them on holding plus is a great option. As we move on to the cam, this is, in my opinion, the most important position in this team. I've got Butcher, who in my opinion is the best cam on the game currently. Playmaker, I really like, but I'm not going to go for that. Half winger is terrible. Shadow Striker plus is what I like to have. This brings Butcher a bit closer to my striker. I mean, they can kind of interlink a lot better and play a lot of 1-2s off each other, and gives you essentially two strikers in this formation. Butcher gets through a lot of work. Your cam is going to get through a lot of work. I like to use Butcher as my first line of defence, so if I'm getting counter-attacked, I'll bring Butcher all the way back. But he gets a lot of goals and a lot of assists for me as well. This is the most important position in the team. Make sure they've got insanely good stamina and relentless silver, I would say. And this player here is going to defend for you. He's going to score goals for you. He's going to get assists for you. He's going to be the one that gets the pre-assists. This player here is crucial. And Butcher, in my opinion, is the best cam on the game for this formation. Now guys, as we move on to the front three, really simple here. I think you guys can probably guess what we're going to do. We're going to advance forward plus and attack on the striker. For the left winger, I would try and recommend here you get someone that's left-footed that can do Travellas for you. I've got Malard currently, I really like her. Inside forward plus and roaming. And the same goes for Kaka as well, inside forward plus and roaming. Kaka, very good for Travellas, very good for assists as well, got very good passing. And as I said, I would recommend left-hand side, left footer, right-hand side, right footer if you can. These two here get so many goals for me, and then the striker finishes off a lot of chances. This formation, if played correctly, is the best on the game. It's the best on the game if you know how to utilise it. It might take a bit of time to learn, but I promise you, this formation used correctly is unbeatable. It's unbeatable in the right hands, and yeah, you do have a bit more license to attack because of the fullbacks. You've got the two CDMs kind of sitting on each other, even though they're not particularly. As I said, Bellingham's a lot more of a central midfielder, and Lukaku is a proper CDM, like a really deep lying CDM. This gives you the best level of freedom you can really get in this formation that's very counter-attacking and relatively defensive. Give this a go, guys. I mean, it is outrageous how good it is. And hopefully this can improve your ranks. I hope I've explained it well. And if I have, please let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. And guys, that's going to be it from me for now. So take care.